Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Saturday night edition of Hoopers Only TV, WebWeeklyLive.com. Paul Bowe alongside Jim Webb. Jim, great to be back again here in Loyalsock.
Great to see you, Paul.
You too. It's
First day of February.
First day of February. Tomorrow's the Super Bowl. They say a lot of good things happen the night before the Super Bowl. Well, Tonight is no exception. The Central Columbia Blue Jays come in at 15-3, taking on the Loyalsock Lancers. 17 have lined up. 17 have went down to defeat.
The Lancers off to a perfect start, obviously. Had some quality wins lately over good opponents, Montoursville, Williamsport. Central Columbia is a quality opponent. This will be a good test tonight. They've been playing very well since the Lancers seen them the last time.
Absolutely, Jim. Coach Chris Snyder has them playing really well. They've won 7 straight. Last time they met, we were doing the game down in Bloomsburg, a 67-55 Sock win.
It was a wild one.
It was a wild one. The game was a lot closer than the final score. But Central Columbia has only lost to Loyalsock, Montoursville, and a very, very close game to a tough Lewisburg team.
They're a quality team, and what I like this year is they can go up tempo. They can run. Usually they would like to slow it down, be very deliberate. They have the athletes in the guard play. They can get up and down the court.
Absolutely, and they only have one senior on this team, Jim. One senior, so you know they'll be back next year.
Definitely.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the Blue Jays. They're led by guard, number 21, junior Dylan Harris. We saw him last time. He's absolutely fantastic. 15.8 points per game. He is second in District 4 with 41 three-pointers.
And he's another one of those guys like Aiden Gare and like the Hill brothers. They can score in bunches, and he's one of them. He can get on one of those hot streaks and score 10 or 12 in a row.
Well, in the middle, the man in the middle is this sophomore. I call him the super sophomore, number 44, Patrick Yost. He is averaging over 12 a game, and he was a difference maker in that first game.
He was, and good big man. You don't see a lot of good big man. He's a quality big man.
Also another big man, 6'3", junior Garrett McNellis, the quarterback of the football team, has transitioned over now to the hardwood, averaging 8 points a game. Again, really tough on the glass for the Blue Jays.
And you and I think, seen him 3 times. We've seen him against Montoursville. I'd like to see him shoot more. He has a beautiful left-handed touch. He's good in and around the basket. I'd like to see him get more scoring opportunities.
And speaking of some scoring, another three-point shooter is junior guard, number 2, the defensive specialist, Eli Morrison, comes in averaging 9 points a game.
And he does a nice job out front, handling the ball, plays good defense, good ball player.
All right, let's turn it over to Loyalsock. They had big wins, as you said earlier, last week against Williamsport. Montoursville, a 77-63 win. They're led by senior, 6'2". You call him the assassin. He is the senior, 22.9 points a game, I said that Dylan Harris was second in District 4 in three-pointers. Well, guess who number 1 is? I'll let you finish it.
Well, obviously the assassin. He walks into the gym and he's in range. He's like Larry Bird used to be. As long as he gets from the hips up squared, the upper body, he can shoot anywhere. We've seen him fall out the door and go get popcorn and a Coke mid-shot, so does a great job.
He has 45 for the year. Not to be outdone is the point guard, number 15, a 5'9" junior, Adris Ali. He has come on the last couple of weeks, averaging 11 points a game. We saw him go for 18. We saw him go for 20. He can do it all.
And you and I have watched the young man develop right in front of our eyes, and it's been his development has been amazing. And I don't think they beat Williamsport without him. He had probably one of his best games of the year against the Millionaires, and they needed it. So.
And brother, the sophomore, 6'3", the blocking machine, Siraj Ali, 10.1 points a game. Jim, I know you're a rebounding stat guy. He has 139 rebounds this year. He really cleans the glass with or without Windex.
Absolutely. He's a quality inside player. He's long and lean. He's only a sophomore. He has that Division I upside. If he keeps growing and fills into that body, I'm telling you, he could be an absolute beast.
And you're always big on senior leadership. How about number 23, 6'1" senior, Reese Watkins, all-state wide receiver. He comes in averaging quietly a 12.4 points per game, 50-some steals on the year. He is just a ball hawk on the basketball court, on the football court. You always say it's raw talent, and he has it.
He has great athletic ability. Confidence. Hadn't played football since the 9th grade this year. Went out and had an all-state season. That says all you need to know. Anytime you go into a senior year in football and you haven't played for 3 years and you make the all-state team, that sums up your athletic talent. On the basketball court, I've been saying he needs to develop. He needs to develop for the Lancers to make a run deep in the playoffs. And that's what he's done.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's played his best basketball against better teams, and I'm sure we'll see that here tonight.
All right, it's the Blue Jays and the Lancers coming up at the bottom of the hour. WebWeeklyLive.com, Hoopers Only TV. We'll be right back.
Your family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's, Loyalsock, behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's, Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. For those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
So Loyalsock has tonight, they have Jersey Shore, and then they have Hughesville. So they have another 3-game stretch here that's going to make them better.
And they got a busy week. I believe they have Midwest during the week, and I think they close out with Athens next Saturday. I believe they're done on the 8th.
Wow.
So a week from today, and I think they have 4 or 5 games. 4 games, I believe, next week for Loyalsock, counting tonight.
And for those of you listening out there and watching, we will have the PHAC tournament at the end of the year.
And the tip is controlled by Sock. Gare right to the basket, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by McNellis. Over to Harris. Here comes that trap. And they're going to call it jump ball.
Boy, I don't know about that. I don't know if anybody ever tied him up. Now the good thing is they hold possession.
Eli Morrison will inbound it for the Blue Jays, going from left to right on your screen. Over to Dylan Harris, back to Xander Bradley. Bradley with a right-handed dribble across the court, being guarded closely by Jennings. Up to McNellis.
Straight man.
Back door to good block by Siraj.
Reese on the run down the middle.
Oh, and he took a travel there.
Took RVT, Riviera Valley Transit there.
Just underway here at Loyalsock, 7:32 to go in the first. No score. Paul Bowe, Jim Webb. Thanks for spending your Saturday night with us live here on WebWeeklyLive.com, Hoopers Only TV. Bradley kicks it back to Morrison back to Yost, and they threw it away. It'll be Loyalsock ball. Adris Ali will bring it up across the timeline. Adris getting so much better game by game, Jim.
Definitely a little bump there. They're going to call the foul.
Well, the first 2 minutes you always say is very key. We'll see how the refs start calling this game, see if they're going to call a little ticky on. Last game we did on Wednesday, there was no fouls called anywhere.
Well, just from what I've seen on the tied ball, on that little bump there, the tie-up, it's going to be pretty closely called. We'll see. I like to let him play.
Watkins lets a 3 fly. He hits it.
Bang. His confidence just keeps growing. Now he's a 3-point shooter, Paul.
Hey, once they start going in. Morrison with the ball. Here comes the double. Over to Harris. Harris to Bradley. Bradley swings it back to Harris. Pump fake. Got Gare in the air.
Good
Turned
steal.
it over. Here comes Jennings. Jennings bounce pass up ahead to Gare.
Beautiful.
Gare lays it in.
Beautiful job by Jennings on the steal. Bounce pass. Gare, great job.
Here comes Dylan Harris across the Morrison. Over to Bradley. Down to the baseline to Yost. Tries to give and go there.
Got a finish shot.
Bradley misses it. Here come the Lancers. Adreessen threw it away. Sloppy play here, Jim, the first 2 minutes on both sides of the ball.
The Lancers will take whatever they can get in the first quarter the way they start, though.
Absolutely. You're right about that. Morrison, top of the key to Harris. Looking to isolate on Jennings. Here comes the screen. Good defense by Dominic.
Dominic's all over him.
Over to Bradley. Bradley back to Morrison. Left wing extended. Picked by McNellis.
Again, my only, and I'm not being negative, I would love to see him get the ball in more to Yost. We've watched him against Montoursville, Loyalsock. I don't think they get him enough touches.
Long 3 by Harris. That's short.
Good box out by Siraj.
A little bit out of his range. Here come the Lancers. 3-on-4 break. Gare thought about it. Over to Adris. They will reset. 5:40 to go in the first quarter. 5-0 Loyalsock leads. Siraj over to Jennings. Jennings up to Gare. Gare takes it, spins, pops, sets his feet, fades away, no good, and a rebound by Dylan Harris. Over to Xander Bradley behind his back. Over to Yost. Yost goes baseline, being trapped over there. Good defense by Loyalsock, Jim.
Absolutely. Good job by Siraj sealing out.
Long 3 by
Good job, Aiden Gare, rebound.
Morrison.
Bad outlet pass.
And Morrison lays it up and in for the first 2.
And that's what Morrison does. He comes up with the loose balls. He gets the garbage baskets. He makes them go.
Adris Ali with the ball. Over to brother Siraj. Siraj trying to get it into the post to Gare. Here comes the double on Gare. Kicks it back out. That's Reese's shot. That
Beautiful.
baseline finger roll. He'll take that all night long, Jim. That's his shot down there.
Absolutely.
Morrison over ahead to Bradley. Bradley drives, finger roll up hard off the window, no good. Rebounded by Siraj up to Idris. 2-on-2 break for the Lancers. Idris in with the trees. No good, and Harris pulls down the rebound. 3-on-2 for the Blue Jays. Yost at the window, up and in.
Good job there. They found the big guy, and Yost will finish it for him.
7-4 Lancers lead, 4:14 to go in the first. Over to Gare on the right wing. Swings it over to Jennings. Sets a screen back into Gare. Gare so strong on his feet there. Missed it underneath, and he is fouled, and he'll go to the line, Jim, to shoot 2.
And that's the other side, Aiden Gare. He can get down in the low post and give teams fits. He's not just the assassin from the outside. He can get in there, and obviously he's a big body.
You know, and actually the last couple of Loyalsock games, Jim, we have not done. I have been checking the box scores. Aiden hasn't shot that many three-pointers the last couple of weeks. He's been doing the damage inside.
And he can put the ball in hoop from anywhere on the floor, but I like when he gets down in the low post.
76% free throw shooter for the year. First one was around the rim and out. Second one is up, and that is good. 8-4 Loyalsock leads, 4 minutes to go in the first. What are you seeing out there, Jim?
Well, sloppy start like you said, but at Loyalsock, it benefits them because they usually start sloppy. So
long cross-court pass to Eli Morrison.
Central Columbia, like I said, they got an advantage with Yost. I mean, they got Aiden Gare on Yost, which is a heck of a matchup, but good defense there by Aiden getting a piece of it.
Here comes Idris with the ball across the timeline. Garrett McNellis has not touched the ball yet, and that really shocks me. 6'5" junior. They have not got the ball to him at all. And Jim, you said it in the open. You want him to shoot more.
Idris on the way, 3. Back iron, no good.
Up ahead to Yost. There's the pass inside to McNellis. McNellis up and in.
There you go. They heard you, Paul.
Well, we said that in the open. You said you'd like to see him shoot much more.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd like to see both big guys, but McNellis has looked good. When he's touched the ball against Montoursville and Loyalsock, the games we've done, he's done a real nice job in the block. Long 3 on the way. Aiden Gare, bang! Nothing but the bottom of the nylon.
And that's why he's leading District 4 in shooting.
He shot that from the Lancer logo there on the floor.
That's 46 for the year for the assassin.
Dylan Harris got a little mustache going on.
Oh, yeah. Back ahead up to Morrison, now backs it out. McNellis looked to set a screen. Morrison back to Harris. To Bradley over to Yost, off the glass, up and in, and 1.
And Yost showing his athleticism, goes up strong. And they need to get him the ball in the low post.
6'4" sophomore Patrick Yost shooting 52% for the year from the line. He'll shoot 1.
Substitution for Central Columbia's number 22, Garrett McNellis.
Oh, McNellis is in the game. Excuse me, Gump was starting. That's my mistake. I got his number backwards.
Oh, okay.
We'll be getting some more bad feedback.
Well, I leave that up to you, so let Paul know
that's my
about
mistake.
that.
Let Paul know. Apologies go out to Garrett McNellis. That was Russell Gump on that basket.
And Russell Gump's done a good job against the Lancers.
Here we go, 11-8. Loyalsock leads. That's Watkins over to Jennings. Sean Jensen now in the game for Loyalsock. Long cross-court pass to Jennings. Over to Jensen. Jensen backs it back out. Over to Watkins. 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
Nice crossover. Lost control,
Yost
gets it back, puts it in with the left hand.
Watkins with the basket.
Good job by Reese.
Oh, absolutely. 13-8 Loyalsock leads.
We'll have to see if he gets an assist on that also.
Pass over to Bradley. Bradley brings it up across the timeline. Swings it over to Morrison.
One thing I can say is the last couple times we've watched Loyalsock, their man defense has been much better, especially on the help.
Over to Harris. Harris down to McNellis. McNellis, there's a push and no call there.
Aiden Gare on the run out behind his back, half court. Looks like he's going to go. Nice pass, Jensen. Jensen back to Gare. Gare lines it up. 3 ball on the way.
Little
Front iron.
short. Oh, nice
There's
rebound
Reese.
by Watkins off the window. No good. Yost hauls the boards, and we got a foul on Gare.
Frustration foul there on Aiden.
Lancer foul number 2, Aiden Gare, his first, team's second.
Aiden just wanted to get that one back after they missed it.
Substitution number 5, Dane Armson.
Sometimes the
along with
best
number
thing you can do
15,
is
Idris Ali returning.
you lose the battle, win the war, just get back on defense, don't pick up a cheap foul.
And Morrison will inbound.
Lancers in their trap. Press.
Up ahead to Bradley. Bradley back to Morrison. Blue Jays look to reset. 13-8, 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
Nice pass.
Oh, nice pass down low. Yost again, up and in. Patrick Yost, he has
Yost
6.
with the bucket.
And again, they need to keep feeding him.
Cross court to Watkins.
Nice
Watkins.
pass. Dane Armson in the ball game for the Lancers.
Good to see Dane, who's been battling a back injury all season long, getting some sparse minutes, but quality ones.
So we got Dane, we got Mr. Reese Watkins, we got Aiden Gare, we got Idris Ali, and Mr. Jennings. I'm sorry, Jennings is out.
No, Jennings is in.
Oh, he's in?
Yep, you said
Okay.
the foul line there. Yep, said the foul line.
No, that's not him.
35, Jennings. Jensen, I'm sorry,
That's
Jensen.
yeah,
Jensen,
exactly.
Jensen. And they took the horn off the student section there. A little security there. And he gets a chuckle there, and Grant has it now. That's the person you don't want to leave it with.
Grant's bringing it over, taking it in the locker room for later.
Over to Watkins. Watkins in the corner. Long 3 by Jensen. Hard off the iron. Rebounded by Idris. Idris jumper. Almost got the roll there. Bangs around. Yost pulls another board.
Yost going coast to coast.
Lays it up high off the glass. Gare comes down with it. Lancers got a 2-on-3. Gare spinning move. A little bit out of control, but battles and gets his room. Rebound, puts it in. So strong, Jim.
The strength of Aiden Gare. That was more or less get it up on the backboard and go get it and put it back in.
That's Bradley. Bradley over to Morrison. And there's your horn. I don't think Central knew how much time was left. At the end of one, Loyalsock leads 15-10. We'll be right back. 30 seconds, quarter number 2.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a 4th-generation family-owned business and keeping tradition. Growing with your customers over the years. Seeing the same faces. It's everything for us. Visit Van Campen and see what over 70 years of care looks like.
Have you recently been declined for a mortgage pre-approval by your local bank? Why not give me a call for a second look? Not all lenders are created equal, and not all banks offer the same programs. One bank may require a 640 credit score and another one only a 580. Some banks require 20% down, and others have 0% programs available. At Prime Lending, I have a wide variety of programs available. I also have 17 years of experience putting people into homes in Lycoming County. Give me a call and you can be next.
All right, we're back here for the start of quarter number 2. Jim, Lancers, not a great quarter, but not a terrible quarter. They're up by 5. They'll take it.
Well, they got 15 points. Aiden Gare had 8. Reese Watkins had 7, and there's your 15.
Yep. All right, here we go. Lancers going from right to left on your screen. Over to Watkins to Gare.
Siraj making himself big. Get it into the big fella. There you go. Good entry pass.
Nice backdoor cut to brother Idris, and there's the strength.
Beautiful. Beautifully done. They got it into the post, and Siraj has great vision. Found his brother cutting, and Siraj to Idris. Opportunity for a 3-point play. When the Lancers move the basketball and are unselfish and they keep moving, they're a tough team to stop.
Absolutely. Idris shooting 76% from the line for the year. Misses that one, though. 7-point lead. Dylan Harris has not scored yet for Central.
We've seen him start that way, though, before.
Yeah.
He's a bunch guy. He scores.
Oh, nice move by Gump in the lane, up and in.
And Gump's played real well.
Russell Gump. Idris Ali on the left wing. Back to Watkins. Watkins looks to reset. Over to Dominic. Dominic back to Idris. Idris to Gare. Dishes back to Idris. Over to Siraj. Siraj drives so quick that first step. Up and curls off the rim.
Misses the bunny. The other way we go. Xander Bradley.
Xander Bradley over to Harris. Harris, NBA range three. Well, he got everything in and out when Jim, he drained it.
And that's Dylan Harris. You leave him open, he knocks it down. From the cheerleaders, he made that one.
Absolutely. 17-15, lead down to 2, just like that. Gare up on a high post, and Idris zigged when he should have zagged, and he went the wrong way, and it went into the black hole over there as the student section for Loyalsock. The student section dressed all in black.
Lancers again in the press. Dom Jennings back in.
Morrison over to Bradley, over to Harris. Harris back to Morrison. Being guarded by Watkins. Oh, he played free again. That's short. That was tipped, I believe, by Siraj.
Siraj got a piece. He came off the Yo screen, and Siraj came right around and got a piece of it. Good job.
Over to Jennings. Jennings can shoot. He has to take that shot if he has
Gare,
it.
long three. Oh, he got taken out after the play, but the ref missed it.
And Bradley had Harris streaking down the sidelines. I don't believe he saw him that fast, and a turnover by Central. A little too much mustard, Jim.
That was one there where if he would have gave a head fake, he had it all the way to the basket.
Idris across the timeline on the left wing. Chris Snyder barking signals, happy the way his defense is playing to start the second quarter. Looks like they're in a zone here, Jim. 3-2 maybe?
Little 2-3 matchup.
Yeah, they got two guards up front.
Yep.
And there's going to be a whistle and a foul.
Number 44, Pat Yost, his first.
On Pat Yost. And Gare will inbound over to Jennings. Jennings back to Watkins. Over to Idris. Nice move. Running one-hander a little too hard. And Gum pulls down another rebound. Over to Bradley. Bradley to Harris. Harris being guarded quick. Look at Idris, and they're going to call a foul there. I just thought they maybe call a jump ball.
No, I don't like that. The guy out at half court called the foul. There was a gentleman under the basket, an official could see the whole thing. It looked to me like he tied him up.
I thought so myself. 5:25 to go in the half. 17-15, Lancers lead.
The official under the basket definitely had a better angle at that, though.
A nice move by Harris. Harris gives it back to Gump, threw it away. Up ahead to Gare. Gare tries to initiate contact, lays it up and in.
Good run out by the Lancers.
Aiden has 10. 19-15, Lancers lead. 5 minutes to go before intermission. Over to Bradley. Bradley back to Morrison. Good defense by Loyalsock. On the Harris, back to Morrison. There's the alley-oop to Gump, cutting back door, missed the bunny.
Absolute beautiful pass. Here we go the other way, down to Reese Watkins on the baseline, left side. Extended back out. Dom Jennings is going to drive. Siraj at the foul line, over to Aiden Gare, right ring. White drives, back to Siraj. Over to Reese Watkins, and there's his baseline
there's that move, Jim.
Yep.
Gets the man off his feet, lays it up and in.
You got it, Paul, and you called it earlier. He loves to go baseline from that left side.
Yep. Bradley over to Harris. Harris, they're looking to free Harris up. Had the shot, passed it up over to Bradley.
Good defense.
Bradley back to Harris. Harris, long pass to Morrison, and they threw it away again.
Loyalsock doing a great job in man defense.
Number 35, Sean Jensen.
Here comes Sean Jensen.
And he gets Dom Jennings, who's given him excellent minutes on defense tonight.
All right, we got a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. 30 seconds. WebWeeklyLive.com.
Your family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyalsock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs coffee and peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
All right, we're back here, 21-15. As I mentioned earlier, the Loyalsock student section dressed head to toe in black. And they are really wound up here tonight.
Lancers 6-point lead, have played a decent first half. They've missed a lot of easy shots.
Over to Jensen. Jensen, long cross-court pass to Ali. Gare's open in the corner. He's calling for the rock. Over to Siraj. Siraj drives down the lane, misses, and Bradley comes down with it.
Misses the chippy, and that's been the story of the first half so far. Nice cut.
Pass again. Gump up and in. I'm telling you what, Russell Gump has some nice touch.
Good job by Harris delivering the ball, and Gump playing very well here.
6-foot junior.
Central's in a 2-2-1 trap, which is unusual.
And that's 6 points on the night for Gump.
And it worked. They get that bad pass out of the Lancers.
21-17, 3:27 to go before the half. Loyalsock leads.
Now again, Central here, get the ball inside. You've had great success getting it in the block.
Bradley trying to get the ball to Yost, just as you said, Jim. Swings it cross court to Harris, gets Scare off his feet. Mid-range jumper, doesn't get the roll. And Siraj hauls the boards over to Idris. Over to Watkins, back to Idris, looks to reset. Gare being guarded by Harris in the corner to Idris, back to Siraj, back to Aiden. Aiden, long three.
Back iron and long rebound.
Kind of forced that one,
out
Jim.
To Harris.
Not a good shot.
You can get a better shot in that.
Oh, nice move. Yost up, and they're going to get a block right there. I believe that is on
Idris.
Idris.
And again, good job getting the ball to your big fella. He goes baseline off the left side, draws the foul. If I was coaching Central Columbia right now, there would not be a time down court where I didn't go into Yost or one of the bigs down inside, because they've been having great success.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Gump's done a nice job. McNallis, I would tell them our big guy is going to touch the ball, and then you go outside, you go inside outside. You get the ball into them, and that'll free Harris up for 3-pointers.
Well, they're two big guys, Jim. 6'4" Gump, 6'4" Patrick Yost have 6 points respectively. Dylan Harris has 3, and Eli Morrison has 2 for the 17 for Central Columbia. For Loyalsock, Aiden Gare and Reese Watkins have 19 of the 21 points. So it'd be nice to see someone else get on the board for Loyalsock to kind of distribute that scoring around more equally.
Well, Loyalsock's missed a lot of chippies in and around the basket. I mean, if they make those right now, it's probably a 12-point lead.
44, Pat Yost shooting 2.
Yost at the line shooting 2, 52% free throw shooter for the year. First one is up and short.
He's got to improve that, the young fella
He's 0 for 2 from the line to shoot this
and he will.
Game. Yep. Only a sophomore. Played a lot as a freshman. And this is a young team, as I said. Xander Bradley's a senior.
I don't like where he has his hand on the basketball from the foul line. He almost has his hand underneath to the right side, and I don't know how you can get any follow through or rhythm.
And you know as well, shooting foul shots is an art. It's a lot mental.
Yeah, definitely.
You get that routine.
Strong drive by Aiden Gare to the basket.
Oh, and there's Yost. Yost swatted that. Did they call a foul or did they?
They did. They called a little push down below.
They called it on Bradley.
Not on Yost, on Bradley down below.
Bradley, his first team
I didn't see it. It might have been there.
I was watching Yost. He got all ball on that. 2:28 to go in the half. Aiden at the line shooting 2. 76% for the year. First one up and good by Aiden Gare. He has 11 tonight. Second one up, and it is bouncing around. It comes off the rim. Nice rebound by Watkins. Siraj at the doorstep, lays it up and in.
And there's the quick ups of Loyalsock. You had Reese on one side, Siraj on the other. They got up and down before anybody at Central Columbia, not to mention they didn't box out. But
7-point lead now for the Lancers, 2:12 to go before intermission. Morrison with the ball over to Harris. Waving him to the corner, Yost directing traffic. Harris drives to the basket, and they're going to call it on the floor, a blocking foul.
Lancer foul number 35, Sean Jensen.
On Sean Jensen.
Team's fifth.
that might have saved a basket there because Harris had turned the corner and was going to go all the way to the rim.
Here comes
Lancer
Julian in the
substitution
game.
number
All right.
44, Julian Wilson.
All hair team yet?
Ah,
And for the Blue Jays,
Close.
number 11.
Needs a little
Russell
more
Gump.
grow out.
Russell Gump back into the ball game as McNellis comes out. And Harris will inbound. Over to Gump. Gare pressuring him. Almost a steal. Harris long three. Missed everything. Morrison came down with the loose ball. Gare all over the place. Look at this. And they're just letting them play here. And Central lost it, Jim.
I'll let you call that, Paul.
Coach Snyder not happy at all about that one.
I don't know if I saw any physical contact. It was just all out of sync there.
There was the drowning pool reference there. You missed it. Let the
That-
bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, that's your reference. I missed it the other game. What did I say?
You called it Deadpool, but that's
Deadpool.
close enough. Over to Adrice. Adrice back to Siraj. Over to Gare. Gare's looking to go baseline. Pulls up Julian, fills the lane, and
All
he
right.
gets the roll for the big guy.
Soft touch for the big fella.
I love to see Julian get those baskets. He had some hard times lately.
Yes, good job by Aiden feeding the big fella. I think he might have got away with a half a step, but I like that they leave that go.
Morrison back out to Yost.
Now here's Yost has an advantage. He's much quicker than Julian, and there he goes
Nice
right around
move
him.
off the iron, no good.
Good job by Julian recovering, gets the rebound.
Rebound to
Idris.
Siraj, up to Adrice. Back to Siraj, over to Adrice. Adrice lets the three fly around the rim and out.
Idris
Julian
is-
banging around in there like he's in the roller derby.
Oh, they got that on Gump. I think that was actually that.
Julian threw a couple arms
I
there.
was going to say.
44,
Now they called it on Julian.
His
Well, the
first.
one called it the other way, and the one got it right. That's the most important thing. They got it right. Idris off to a little tough start here tonight.
Final 40 seconds to go of the half, 26-17. Loyalsock leads.
Not many points scored this quarter, Paul.
No, a lot of defense. Harris, another three, lets it go. That's short. Rebounded by Morrison, puts it on the ground, up and in.
And we're used to
Eli
Morrison
Morrison with
getting
bucket.
himself inside, coming up with easy baskets.
He's tough. Eli Morrison, wide receiver on the football team, strong on the basketball court.
boy.
Big Julian underneath, a little too hard, and Russell comes down with the rebound. Up ahead to Morrison. Morrison looking to run, kicks it to Yost. Yost fills the lane, drives it up and in. 6 seconds to go.
Scores.
Here we go
comes
the other way.
Adrice.
All the way
Adrice
to the
at
basket.
the horn, and he is fouled with 0.6 seconds to go. So Loyalsock's going to get a chance at some free points, Jim,
Yes.
right before the half.
Central Columbia
Good job by
foul number
Idris
11,
knowing the
Russell
time on the
Gump.
clock,
His
going all the
second,
way to the
team
basket
sixth.
and drawing the foul.
At the line for the Lancers to shoot two is number 15, Idris
Central
Ali.
Columbia, the last possession, though, I'd like to see them do that. They'd like to slow it down. I like the up tempo when they get moving the ball up the court.
Adrice having a tough night. That one rattles in and out.
He just needs to take a breath and calm down. He will.
McNellis back into the game because of what happened last time with nobody boxing out. They put the 6'5" McNellis in.
Good coaching move there.
And Yost underneath, defensive purposes here. Adrice, that one comes in
Misses
and out.
them both.
And Bradley hauls that rebound with authority. We played one half here in Loyalsock. Loyalsock leads it 26-21. We'll be back at the half with Paul Bowe and Jim Webb. WebWeeklyLive.com.
They said you never seen mountains before. What's the problem, man?
I've never been out west. That's the
Never
problem.
been out west?
Never been out west.
Okay, you here now.
Yeah.
Aloha! This is what we talking about in Hawaii. If you ain't make it this time, you missed it. Maybe next year you go work on your game and your schoolwork, because you can't just come out here with basketball. It's not just about basketball. This all life skill.
What's up, what's up?
This retreat is getting better and better every day.
Heavenly Father, thank you for giving me victory. Thank you for your word, which is life and healing water to my soul. I choose to set my heart and thoughts on you, knowing that you are empowering me to overcome in every area of my life. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Success for me is being uncomfortable. You know, it's not being comfortable. You have to realize if you want to be successful, you have to be uncomfortable. You won't have to give up some things, you have to sacrifice. So being uncomfortable is how you're gonna get to your dreams and your goals. Everybody got a lot of things to work on. Y'all gonna have to take this basketball and use it to get y'all to the next level, wherever your God-given talent is gonna take you to. What you build with what you have right now, nobody can take this away from you. If you're gonna be a star, you can't be shy. You can't be worried about what somebody says. Because you don't have to be on all the time. People run to me all the time, want a picture, autograph. I gotta be on all day. That's what a star is. You can't be afraid to be wrong sometimes. You got a foul in the game and got took out the game because it's not what you did. You wasn't wrong. Don't be afraid. I'm gonna be tough on y'all because we all come from tough places. Telling y'all the system got it set up hard for us. To what if we don't make it? You got to go through the G League to get where you got to go at and all that, the Euro League. You might not never get to where you want to go at. I want to know, if you don't make it in basketball, what's your plan B?
Like, I'm gonna be a businessman or just go back to my country and like be a president.
Real estate, business owner. Business owner.
Businessman, entrepreneur.
I would say real estate.
DJ.
Real estate.
Probably like a businessman or real estate.
It's like a real estate, someone that works with land. So.
I'm gonna tell y'all this today. If somebody make it, you don't owe me nothing. I want whoever make it to come back and help the next generation.
But one thing I do wish, my parents were here. My coach did come, which I am grateful for, but my parents, they're both working this week and we got company and stuff. So I wish they could enjoy this with me, but unfortunately they couldn't. Hopefully next year, if I get picked again, they could come or something like that.
Aloha.
I just climbed a mountain with Hooper's Only TV.
We all in Hawaii, and I mean, her kid is incredible in basketball. And we talked about life skills. We on a retreat. This is more than basketball. You know, our goal is to enhance these kids for the future, prepare them for education, prepare them for life. And that's what it's about. I think that this trip was amazing. The kids, you know, we taught them more than basketball. We just climbed up a trail. It took us 30 minutes. But everybody here, the parents, kids, everything. So
And started with an Easter prayer.
yeah, started with an Easter prayer. And that's what it's about. People don't realize you got to have faith.
Absolutely.
Because this is a journey. You know, making it in this is a journey. People
Faith
don't realize.
and appreciation.
Yes. And I appreciate you and your family. And hopefully next year, we're going to get even more families out here.
Hey.
We ain't come to lose. We come to play hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
CSC, Hoopers Only TV, baby. Good team, good team.
1, 2, 3.
CSC.
We're out here enjoying the student athlete retreat in Hawaii. Hoopers Only TV brought us out here.
here in Honolulu, Hawaii. Turned up.
Hawaii, baby. Hoopers on TV.
My name is King Miller.
Hoopers on TV, baby.
You know, we had fun, but now the fun is over. We come here to ball.
Let's go, baby.
All right, we're back here at the half, 26-21, Jim. Low-scoring game. Just what Central wanted.
Definitely to Central's advantage. I don't know what the numbers were for the second quarter, but there wasn't a whole lot of baskets in that second quarter.
It was 17-10, I believe, at the end of the first quarter. Loyalsock was up by 15-10, excuse me. They were up by 5, so an 11-11 second quarter.
Gotcha. What do we got for the Lancers?
Well, for Loyalsock, Aiden Gare led the way with 11 points. No shock there. Reese Watkins had 9. The brothers Ali had 2 apiece, and that just about does it.
Yeah, the Lancers, 4 starters in double figures. That's unusual for them to have a half like that.
And Julian had 2, and that's your 26 points for Loyalsock. For Central, the big guys down low. Patrick Yost with 8, Russell Gump with 6. Dylan Harris held to only a 3-pointer. Eli Morrison played a very good half on defense and distributing the ball. He ended up with 4 points, as you said. Jim, yeoman's work underneath. He got a couple rebounds, laid it up and in, and that's where we stand here at the half, 26-21. A very low-scoring half, as I said, and that has to favor Central.
Definitely, and the key, like we always talk about, the 2 minutes. First 2 minutes of the third quarter are going to be huge in this game because Central has the Lancers right where they would want them. Now it's just a matter if they can come out in the third quarter there, have defensive intensity and create some points off of it. And again, they did a good job getting the ball in. Where I think they've lacked is Dylan Harris has not shot the ball well from the outside.
No, he's not.
They need him to catch fire here.
Absolutely, and Loyalsock is averaging 76 points a game, well under their average here for the first half. And like you said, it's been Gare and Watkins, Idris and Siraj have played well defensively. It's been a really kind of crazy first half, but Loyalsock still leads by 5.
Absolutely. You always want to be the team with a 5-point lead. The other thing is, Loyalsock's the kind of team they can put a 50 burger on the board, end up at their average for the season.
Oh, we saw it a couple weeks ago. They laid about 30 points in the third quarter on to break open a close game. We got about a minute to go before the third quarter starts. We'll be right back after a word from Van Kampen.
I think there's something to be said about being in business for over 70 years. The value of taking care of your customers and offering them the best service and selection possible. Being a fourth-generation family-owned business and keeping tradition. Growing with your customers over the years. Seeing the same faces. It's everything for us. Visit Van Kampen and see what over 70 years of care looks like.
Your family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's, Loyalsock, behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's, Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs Coffee and Peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
All right, we're back here, Jim. Dolly's Diner just looks so good as it was on the screen there. I could see the omelets. And there's the prep band here from Loyalsock playing at the half, doing a fabulous job. You said it, Jim, in the break. Not much in numbers, but they're really good.
Loyalsock's band under the direction of Ryan Bogarelli does a great job. And it's always nice to have the pep band and the drums, the percussion at a basketball game. Just adds another dimension.
Absolutely. What an atmosphere here. The drums are beating. The student section is filtering into the black hole down there. And Central Columbia is going to get the ball first here to start the third quarter, and Dylan Harris will inbound it over to Eli Morrison. This half, the Blue Jays will be going from right to left. Eli Morrison with the ball on the right wing.
The Lancers in the traditional man-to-man defense.
Over to Harris, back to Bradley. Bradley backs it out.
Nice
Off
pass.
the screen. Eli Morrison cutting to the basket, lays it up and
Good
in.
pass by Bradley. Good job by Morrison with the left hand.
There's Jennings on the left wing, back to Dominic, over to Gare. Gare with the ball.
2-3 zone for the Blue Jays here. They're going to make the Lancers beat them from the perimeter.
High to Siraj. Loyalsock hasn't been shooting very well from the outside tonight.
They need to move the ball. There's Aiden Gare, long three on the way, front iron, no good. Siraj rebound, right hand, opposite side, and puts it in. Good job by Siraj.
Siraj shooting 73% from the field, Jim, for the year. Anytime you shoot numbers out of that, you're going to win a lot of games.
There he is on defense. Good block by Siraj. Idris on the run out. Loyalsock got numbers. They'll slow it down.
That's block number 29 on the year for Siraj. Gare hauls the boards back to Siraj. Over to Reese Watkins. Swings it to Idris. Jennings is open in the corner if they want him.
Dom shot that three-pointer and came up a little short. I'd like to see him shoot more.
Back to Aiden.
Siraj in the paint.
Idris will let it go from three. That's short. Rebounded by Patrick Yost. Over to Harris. 28-23, 6:27 to go here in the third quarter, just underway.
And I think the Lancers missed the play of Rivers Parrish a little bit here tonight, too. Good job by Yost. Paul thought he was going to draw a foul. He did not.
And there's a steal by Harris. He initiated the contact. Harris looking to shake and bake there. Jumper from the foul line by Gump is short, and Idris Ali hauls the boards.
They needed that one, Paul, than Blue Jays did.
28-23. Idris in with the trees. Count it.
There you go.
Idris Ali with the bucket.
Idris went in, drew the harm, made the shot, and go to the line. This could get him going for the night.
His second, team's first of the half. Idris Ali to the line shooting one.
And Idris has struggled from the line. Normally reliable, 76% for the year. Has struggled here tonight. And makes that one look easy, Jim. Three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Absolutely.
Here Harris.
Token pressure by the Lancers in the backcourt.
Over to Bradley. And tell us what that is, Jim, what that means, token pressure.
It means they're pressing, but they're really not pressing. Good drive to the basket there.
Kind of to be annoying.
Xander Brasley. And there's Yost.
31-25, Yost lays in. But a press like that, just kind of to be there and say, hey, we're here. Don't forget about us.
More or less. I would sooner see him be in straight up, get after him instead of that, though, because I think you give the other team numbers if they beat you back the other way.
Reese hits the three. His second of the ball game, 34-25 Lancers.
He's been doing a heck of a job stroking the ball lately.
Yeah, and he's not rushing his shots. We've seen him the beginning of the year. He was rushing a lot of his shots from the outside, taking his time. And there's the pressure by Loyalsock. Harris drives in the lane. Nice.
Somebody's got to step in there for Loyalsock. Harris all the way to the goal for the layup.
Loyalsock has a bad habit sometimes of letting people drive to the basket when they are ahead by 9-10 points and letting easy layups, and then the game becomes really close.
That was a situation. There were three Lancers. Somebody should have stepped up, drawn a charge there.
Absolutely. Over to Idris. Idris swings it to Dominic. Back to Idris, back to Garrett to the corner. Watkins again, lets another three fly.
Bang.
He's feeling it tonight.
Nothing but the bottom of the nylon, and he looks good shooting the ball tonight.
That's the hat trick. 3 threes for Reese Watkins. Harris, he'll try to answer. Long three, no good. Rebound up by Yost. Tipped away. Good defense by Jennings there. Over to Idris. Back to Dom. Reese underneath, reverse layup, no good.
Good job
Gump
there.
comes down with it.
Gump got a block. Yost running out the other way. Crossover right hand. Nice move to the basket.
I'll tell you what, Patrick Yost has all the tools. You got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, he's only a sophomore and lays it up and in.
Team's first.
And again, they need to keep feeding the big fellas. He can run the court. Yost there creating a little of his own opportunity running the court.
McNellis back into the game for Central. Jensen into the game for Loyalsock. 37-29. Pat's had a hard time at the line, and he missed another one.
And again, it looks like a gyro ball going up there.
Yeah, he's missed 4 foul shots. Jensen will let a three go.
Bang!
From the corner, off the bench.
I like Jensen knew when he caught that what he was doing with it. He had his feet set. It was a great catch and shoot and nothing but net.
Over to Yost. Yost back to Harris. Harris 3 points on the ball game halfway through third quarter. Backdoor cut, Bradley.
Beautiful.
Lays it up and in, reverse
Harris
layup.
found him, Xander threw it in reverse, and nice shot, nice finish.
Over to Jensen, wanted to go cross court to Gare.
Boy, they missed Reese underneath, wide open. They missed him again.
Over to Gare. Gare's gonna let that fly from downtown. Off the rim, Yost hauls another board, cleans the glass. Over to Bradley, Bradley to McNellis. McNellis will pull up and shoot and hits it.
He's smooth. I like his left-hand touch.
Two-point shot for Garrett McNellis.
40-33, lead down to 7. 3:05 to go in the third. Adrice, Jensen thought about it, shuffled his feet, kicks it back to Adrice. Adrice drives, changes directions, lays it up and in.
Adrice goes in with a big, here we go the other way, long pass, ill-advised.
McNellis, Garrett was not ready for that one, and a turnover.
So Adrice does a nice job of getting in there and using his body to shield the defender and getting the ball up on the backboard. Lancers on a run here.
Absolutely, 9-point lead, 2:42 to go in the third. Adrice is looking to take over here. But they're going to call a walk. There was a lot of contact. I'm not sure about that.
All right, so that's one where you either make the call of the foul or you let it go. No reason to blow the whistle and call the travel. There's a little bump there. Call the foul or let him play through.
Harris back to Morrison. Morrison across the timeline. On the right wing, Yost looking to set a pick. Morrison looking to drive, almost got his pocket pick, tried to get to Harris. Harris quick, lays it up.
Good help by Siraj.
McNellis at the doorstep, no good.
And there's Siraj fighting for the ball.
Jump ball, and it's going to go to the Lancers.
Jump ball, possession to the Lancers.
42-33, Jim. 2 minutes to go in this quarter. Lancers on a little bit of a run, as you said.
What they have to do now is get good shots. I mean, they've been able, when they move the ball and found open shots here. Keep doing that.
Over to Adrice,
there
back
you go.
to Aiden. That's count that.
Beautiful. Adrice identified it, the pick and roll there, and found Aiden for an easy 2.
Lead up to 11. Biggest
I don't know why they're celebrating though. They're giving high fives in the back court. They need to get back on defense. Oh.
And they're stopping the game here.
Lancer foul called against number 4, Siraj.
Oh, I see what happened.
That's 1,000 for Aiden.
Forgive me. I did not know that was his 1,000th point. He stopped playing. He stopped playing because he's waiting for the refs to stop the game and identify it's his 1,000th point, and they just left it run out.
Well, congratulations to Aiden. There it is, CI over with Aiden.
Great moment.
Aiden says, here's the ball, Mom. Let's go back to playing.
There you go. Gives his mom, Danae, a hug, his sister, his aunt. They'll keep the ball up in the stands.
Petey wants a hug there.
Petey gets a hug. Great job by Aiden Garrett. He can flat out fill it up. I couldn't understand why he stopped. Everybody stopped for Loyalsock.
He's going over to see his
dad.
His
dad, yep. Jim Garrett, who I know him in a long time.
Good guy, real good guy.
Jim Garrett coached Brandon Little League and had a team when he didn't have any kids playing, which I thought was very honorable.
Absolutely.
Aiden was knee-high to a grasshopper then. Always chasing everybody around, being a pain in the tush.
44-33. Congratulations, Aiden Garrett, 1,000 points.
We got to do our homework a little better. I wasn't tuned into that tonight.
He'll be at the line.
I don't mean you, Paul. I mean
no, yeah, absolutely, right. First one is short.
See, I or Kimmy would have thought they'd have said something to us. Great job for Aiden Garrett.
And Pat gets the roll. I'm glad to see he hit one. That's good for his confidence. 10-point lead for the Lancers.
Here's Aiden all the way to the basket, right hand. Oh, boy.
They're going to call an offensive foul on that.
There's no way he was set. Aiden split the two defenders. The defenders were there ahead of him, but Aiden split them.
Aiden Garrett, his second, team's third.
Aiden saying, aren't you going to give a love to a 1,000-point scorer? And the referee just said no. Offensive foul.
Hey, if this was fantasy basketball, they'd be taking 2 points off him. 10-point lead for Loyalsock, 1:39 to go in the third here. Yost with the ball. 13 points on the night for Pat. Over to McNellis. McNellis being guarded closely by Gare. Back to Yost. Yost looking to drive, flashes across. Over to Bradley. Nice spin move, hangs in the air. And the ball is going to be turned over to Loyalsock. 1:16 to go, Jim, in the third quarter. 10-point lead.
Little law in the action here. Now I sort of understand. Aiden looked like he was pressing a little bit tonight, and you get around that 1,000-point mark, and that what happens. Look for him to open up and have a big fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
Good roll by Siraj all the way to the rack and lays it in.
Siraj lays it in. Makes it look easy.
Good pass.
Lead up to 12. Last minute of play in the quarter.
Good quarter for the Lancers.
Absolutely. They extended that lead from 5 to 12. Bradley being guarded by Jensen. Over to Harris. Harris using an arm to shield him off.
That has to be an offensive foul with the. Well, they're going to call the travel.
29.3 seconds to go.
We've seen Idris do that a lot this year. He's smaller and he gets under the feet of the opposing guards and creates turnovers and offensive fouls. Idris will bring it up.
All right, 26 seconds to go. Ball over to Jensen. Jensen over to Idris. Here comes the double team. 19 seconds, clock running. Watkins thought about that three.
Jensen right in the paint. Over to Idris. Siraj cutting Aiden Gare. Good job handling the basketball. Turns it over.
Up ahead to Yost, looking to run. Yost initiates the contact, up and in.
There's the big fella on the leak out with an easy basket.
Aiden at the buzzer. 3 periods are in the book here in Loyalsock. 10-point lead, 46-36. We'll be back after a word from Fast Maz.
We want you to make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at Fast Maz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration. Softball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever you got, we can do it here.
FastMaz.com.
FastMaz.com. Lift your knees. You gotta get your knees up. Come on, let's go.
You gotta be here.
All right, we're back here, and there is a sign from the Loyalsock faithful commemorating Aiden Gare's 1,000th point tonight. He has 13 on the night. Great way to support your school, support your fellow students. And we're underway here, Jim, for the fourth quarter. As Eli Morrison has the ball.
And Aiden's really filled up the hoop. I mean, basically in the little 2+ years of varsity basketball, 1,000 points.
Oh, Gump backdoor. Siraj wasn't expecting it, up and in. And almost a turnover. Over to Siraj. Swings it to the corner to Watkins. Siraj cuts. Gare up off the window, up and in.
Good job working the ball inside, and Aiden, I love when he gets into the basket.
Nobody's getting back on defense. McNellis missed the bunny there.
That's a big miss.
10-point lead.
You're trying to make up 10 points. You need to make your bunnies.
Absolutely. Watkins, there's that baseline move, backs it back out.
Ooh.
Up ahead to Gare. This is usually where Aiden takes over in that fourth quarter. Swings it to Jennings. Dominic's played a solid game at the point tonight.
He has. He's played outstanding defense.
Back to Idris Gare. Three-pointer on the way. Count it.
Bang. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
He almost banged into CI on that one. Lead up to 13. Across the court to Morrison. Working off the screen. Morrison lets the three fly.
Good rebound. Reese Watkins running
authority.
Out. Right down the middle of the court ahead. Dom Jennings, Idris, bad pass.
Dom looks a little tentative on the offensive side.
Well, what I'd like to see happen, I'd like to see Idris continue. Those two guys should be cutting at a 45-degree angle off the wings. Idris should be taking the ball to the foul line. They should be filling the lanes. They basically had a 3-on-2 fast break.
You got a 30-second timeout by Central here. We're going to stay right here. 6:32 to go in the ball game. 51-38, Jim. Loyalsock leads. And now we talk about foul shots. 6 minutes to go. If they have to go to the line, Loyalsock has got to hit their foul shots. They got to get good shots. And from the free throw line this year, they're shooting 63%. A big improvement from the beginning of the year.
Well, Loyalsock, like we often talk about, their two Achilles heels are they have a hard time slowing the ball down and working the clock at the end of games, number one, and then obviously the foul line. They've been improving at the foul line, like you've said. What I'd like to see Loyalsock do right now is you have the team on the rope, step on their throat.
Absolutely. And hats off to Loyalsock's defense, holding leading scorer Dylan Harris to 5 points. Here's Eli Morrison across the timeline being guarded by Idris. Back to Harris. Harris pulls back. Long three on the way. Around the rim. Out. Rebounded by Yost again. Off the window. No good. A little hard. Ball batted around like a pinball, and Idris comes down with it.
Gets knocked away from Idris by Xander Bradley. Bradley now has it.
Back to Morrison. Morrison to Harris again. Harris.
Good defense by Aiden Gare.
Good defense. It's right back to Yost. Top of the key. Yost swings it over to Morrison. On the right wing, here's a pick. 5:53 in the ball game, 13-point Lancer lead. Morrison going to drive baseline, cuts back out, pass underneath to Gump, and Idris battling away and steals it away.
Idris in there takes it away from the big.
Gare has 18 on the night with the ball. Just got his 1,000th point here as a Lancer. Over to Idris, backs it back out. Clock running.
Good cut by Siraj.
Oh, he went to pass it back door to Watkins. Watkins backs it out. And we got a foul on the floor.
Good idea by Siraj. He had Reese Watkins cutting the weak side. He threw it across. Almost got up in the net.
Central Columbia foul number 20, Xander Bradley, his second.
I was going to say, this is a rather clean second half. Not many fouls.
That was a Houdini foul. You know what I mean, Paul? You didn't see it.
Yep. Over to Gare on the left wing, back to Siraj. Siraj over to Idris. Back to Aiden, backs it back out. 5:05 to go in the ball game. Gare pulls up a three, hard off the back iron.
There's Siraj, runs it down, back to Aiden. Aiden down the middle, all the way basket.
Oh, nice dish
Dishes
to
Dane
Armson. Oh, and he is hacked in the act, and he'll go to the line.
Good job there, good teamwork. Dane snuck into the game on us.
Central Columbia foul number 11, Russell Gump, his third, team's third.
Dane's only attempted 16 free throws for the year.
5, Dane Armson.
For Loyalsock. First one is up, and it's hard off the back.
Dane's not a good foul shooter. You can tell he's not comfortable there. Big thing here, slow himself down, take a breath, the young man.
Second one is short, and it's rebounded by Yost. Central needs a bucket here, and they need one bad. Morrison with the ball, up to Yost. Top of the key.
Good defense. Oh, nice cut.
Nice pass. Gump tips it around. Ball still banging around. Armson hauls the boards.
Going the other way. Reese Watkins, right wing.
Inside of 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go now in the game. Watkins drives baseline, dishes. Siraj at the doorstep, up and in. Reese steals it away. Good hands by Watkins. Idris in the lane, hanging.
Nice
Gets
job.
His own rebound. Pulled away by Morrison. Morrison up to Harris. Harris has it poked away. Mid-range jumper, count it.
Dylan Harris scores.
Harris finally got some room, Jim.
Yeah, and he should get himself to the basket more. He hasn't been shooting well, and that was a case where he had a little 8-footer.
Back to Idris, 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go. 13-point Loyalsock lead. Loyalsock looking to go to 18-0 on the season.
Nice pass by Siraj into Dane.
Good block by Bradley. Bradley with the ball. leading the Blue Jays over to Harris. He has to heat up in a hurry. Bradley throws it across to Yost. He'll let a 3 go and counting.
The big fella knocking down threes.
Pat Yost, 18 on the night, Jim. Leads the Blue Jays.
They're in a little 2-2-1 trap here. They're trying to force the ball to the side and create it. There it was. Long pass. Boy, I didn't like that.
That was long. Directional pass. Back out to Idris.
They're going to have to come out of this and go man, though, to create some opportunities for steals.
Another cross-court pass
space
to
here.
Gare. Gare pulls up hard. No good. Ball batted around.
Good hustle, Reese Watkins to Siraj. Siraj gets it stolen away.
Good hands by Morrison. Morrison thought about backing it out. Now goes hard, and he drew the foul.
That was a nice little hesitation move there by Morrison.
Fooled me. I thought he was going back outside.
Lancer foul number 4.
Ball's going to be underneath. Let's reset here, Jim. 2:47 to go in the game. Lead is only 10. A lot of time left.
Lancers had a 5-point halftime lead, if I remember right. They're winning the second half by 5.
And Yost will inbound.
Aiden Gare's got his 1,000th point in the book tonight. Nice pass into Yost.
Jump hook.
Siraj cleans the glass.
And over to Idris. And we know Sock doesn't like to slow down a little bit, but they have the last couple minutes and really haven't got a good shot. Over to Idris. 2:28 to go. Back to Gare.
Actually moving the ball very well here.
Yep.
If they keep doing this,
they're going to have to foul.
I was just going to say they're going to have to foul, and I couldn't get it out of my mouth. So
Central Columbia foul number 4.
Timeout by Central Columbia.
All right, we got a timeout on the floor. 53-43, 2:17 to go in the ball game. We'll be right back.
Your family table away from home is Dolly's Diner, now with 3 great locations. The original Dolly's Loyalsock behind Rita's off the Golden Strip. Dolly's Montoursville, where Dolly met Griggs. And now the new Dolly's, Park Avenue, Williamsport, formerly Donna's Restaurant. With those amazing breakfasts, daily and chef specials, sticky buns, and more, and Griggs coffee and peanuts. Don't miss it. Dolly's Diner, your family table away from home, covering the Williamsport area.
All right, Jim, we're back here at Loyalsock. 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go. As I always say, it could be an Alcoa fantastic finish, like they used to say back in the 80s with the NFL games.
I used to like when you were watching the Steelers and then they'd bring those commercials on.
Alcoa presents fantastic finishes. The year was 1975.
So the key here now, Central Columbia is obviously getting set up to get into a press after they score. But right here, they're going to go straight man, try to create a turnover, and if they don't, they're going to foul. We're going to go Jimmy Falvano ball.
Gare with the ball. Gare being guarded closely over to Watkins.
Or not.
Watkins back to Siraj. Siraj, there's the double. Over to Dries, back out to Watkins. 2 minutes to go.
There was a foul right there. I think they're trying to foul, and the officials missed 2 of them.
Well, he got the third one.
Yeah, that's what Eli Morrison was saying to the official. I saw him talking to the official. We fouled him. We're trying to get a foul, and they didn't call it.
No, they finally called it
so
on
the
Bradley.
interesting thing I was going to make a point of when we came back, I forgot, is they only had 4 fouls to that point.
Yeah.
So they need to get to the 7 to shoot the one-on-one.
Central Columbia foul number 2, Eli Morrison, his second, team 6.
And that's why it was important out of that last timeout, they should have fouled right away to get to 7.
Well, Dries is the best foul shooter on the team, him and
There
Aiden.
you go. So now we go to Jimmy Falvano
Central
ball.
Columbia foul number 2, Eli Morrison, his third, team 7. Going to the line for the Lancers is number 15, Idris Ali, shooting 1 and 1.
Dries, 1-on-1 from the line. First one is up, and it is good. Make them when they count, Jim.
Absolutely.
54-43.
Idris has played a nice second half.
He had 2 at half, and now he has 8, I believe, for the ball game. Overhead to Gump. Gump to Harris.
Long three by Harris.
Around the rim.
There's
Rebounded by Siraj.
Up to
ahead
Reese.
to Watkins. Watkins lays it up and in.
Good job by Reese gliding all the way in. Here we go the other way back to Yost. Yost spins to the basket. He should have shot that. Siraj takes it right away from him.
Over to Reese. 1:30 to go. Clock running. 13-point lead. And Reese will go to the line one-on-one for Reese Watkins.
Siraj there, that was like a bully taking the lunch money.
Foul number 20,
down in the
Bradley,
post.
his fourth,
Yost should have just put it up in the
at
basket.
the line for the Lancers, number 23, Reese Watkins.
And
shooting
Reese.
1 and 1.
Shooting 56%.
Entering the lineup for the Lancers, number 1, Rivers
There's
Parrish.
Rivers Parrish. Coming in.
There's been a Rivers Parrish sighting.
Reese off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Harris. Up ahead to Morrison. Morrison drives to the basket, initiates contact, and he is going to call it on the floor.
Which doesn't hurt the Lancers. The Lancers
15,
got
Idris
fouls to
Ali,
give,
his
so that's a
third,
good foul.
team's fifth.
On Idris.
They got 2 more.
Morrison will inbound to Gump. Gump in the corner. Nice follow up and in. And a timeout.
Russell Gump with the bucket. Central Columbia calls
Full
a
timeout.
full timeout.
60 seconds. We'll be right back. 56-45. Loyalsock
Entering the game
leading.
for the Lancers,
1:17
number
to go.
20, Chase Kavanaugh.
Have you recently been declined for a mortgage pre-approval by your local bank? Why not give me a call for a second look? Not all lenders are created equal, and not all banks offer the same programs. One bank may require a 640 credit score and another one only a 580. Some banks require 20% down, and others have 0% programs available. At Prime Lending, I have a wide variety of programs available. I also have 17 years of experience putting people into homes in Lycoming County. Give me a call.
We want you to make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at FastMaz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration.
All right, we're back here. 56-45. Rivers Parrish will inbound for the Lancers, and he could run the baseline, and he does. And what they call the jump ball on that, Jim.
Oh, wow.
Logan Connor and 22 Garrett McNellis.
Oh.
That was a jump ball with possession to the Lancers.
Wow. Well,
Nobody's complaining. Maybe we just didn't see well, Paul.
yeah, maybe.
There's a foul on Siraj. We'll put Siraj on the line.
Siraj at 55% for the year. Right around his average. He has 8.
Central Columbia foul number 22.
Averaging
Garrett
10.
McNellis, his first, team's 9th.
Well, the big thing
Entering
here
the
for
game
the
Blue
Lancers
Jays,
is
number 20,
you got an
Xander
11-point
Bradley,
lead, so you want to
24
make all
Matt
your
Yost.
foul shots. But the
going to the
important
line for
thing
the
with the
Lancers,
lead
number
is
4,
come up
Siraj
with
Ali,
1 out of 2.
Shooting 1.
Get 1.
And 1.
First one up, and that is no good. Rebounded by Gump. Over to Bradley. Bradley to Morrison. Morrison driving in traffic. Kicks it to Yost. Yost 3-ball on the way. That's short. Rebounded by Gare, and there's a foul.
Gare will have a chance to go to the 20-point mark here. He has
Central
18.
Columbia foul number 21.
He'll be shooting
Dylan
2.
Harris, his second, team's 10. Going
So
to
now they're
line
in the
for
bonus.
Lancers to shoot 2
Again,
is number 2,
we're not at an
Edie
end of the
Gare.
game where you have a 1, 2, or 3-point lead where you need to make both. You want both. You got an 11-point lead. You got a minute left. You need 1 out of 2. You want to just try to maintain.
Oh, and Aiden misses the first one.
Maybe I ought to shut up. Maybe I'm jinxing him.
1:02 to go.
There you go.
He hits the second. 12-point lead. Harris with the ball. Over to Bradley. Bradley across the timeline. Last minute to go in the ball game.
Boy, they're awfully
Dump back to Harris. Harris changes direction.
awfully deliberate when you're down 12 points there.
Up ahead to Gare. 47 seconds. Gare kicks it back to Parrish. Parrish back out to Siraj. Over to Parrish. 37 seconds to go.
They're going to let it go, Paul.
Looks like Loyalsock will be 18-0, Jim.
Not a bad way to start the year.
And we got the next game for them at Hughesville on Tuesday. Should be a great one.
I think they play Monday night against Jersey Shore, though, don't
Monday
they?
against Jersey Shore, that's right. They do play Monday also. They got a busy week, as we said earlier.
And Central Columbia letting it go. I admire the move by Coach Snyder here.
10 seconds. 7 seconds.
Good win for the Lancers.
Players shaking hands already, and there's the horn. It's the final score. 57-45. Loyalsock leads.
Thanks for coming out, and have a safe trip home.
Obviously a good win for the Lancers against a tough Central Columbia team. Aiden Gare goes over to the 1,000-point mark. 19 for the night.
And we're going to try to get a word with him up here.
Reese Watkins contributes 17. Idris has a solid second half. Him and his brother Siraj throw in 8 apiece.
And for Central, the big man, Patrick Yost, 18. Russell Gump with 10. Dylan Harris, only 7 points, Jim. That was the key there.
He looked a little hesitant letting it fly. I would have liked to seen him let it fly a little more.
You know what? He's like everything else as a shooter, a streaky shooter. When he gets hot, he's lights out.
Absolutely.
And like I said, Loyalsock has a busy week coming up. Jersey Shore on Monday. Tuesday at Hughesville, and I believe Wednesday or Thursday they got Midwest, and then like I said, they close it out Saturday with Athens.
A lot of basketball, and then we got the Heartland Conference Tournament. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. We had a good time last year there.
Aiden Gare there with his dad, Jim. A little congratulations. We're going to get Aiden up here and do a little interview.
He's running up the steps here. All right, we'll be right back. We're going to get Aiden Gare, go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back. WebWeeklyLive.com, Hoopers Only TV.
We want you to make sure you're going pocket, jump, balls in the feet. That's what we do here at FastMaz. We teach speed, agility, and quickness because we want you all to be better athletes. That's why you're here. So make sure on this one, when you jump up, come down, power leg, acceleration. Softball, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, softball, whatever you got, we can do it here.
Fastmaz.com.
Fastmaz.com. Lift your knees, you gotta get your knees up. Come on, let's go.
You gotta be here.
And Paul and I are back, and we got a 1,000-point scorer with us here, Aiden Gare. How are you, Aiden?
Doing good, a lot better than I got it.
Hey, I got to tell you, that snuck up on us. I knew you were getting close. I didn't know it was going to be tonight, and I'm wondering why you're not getting back on defense. Forgive me.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to dunk one just like Omar did for his 1,000 and just...
Yeah, we remember when Omar got up and got down. Tell me what it feels like to be a 1,000-point scorer.
I mean, it feels great. My name's going to always be up here. Everybody comes to Loyalsock to see the basketball, and my name's going to be up there, one of the greats.
And I talked about it in the air. You really only have about 2.5 seasons of varsity basketball, and you filled that basket up in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, I tried. I got my shots up my sophomore and junior year when I could. I mean,
So, hey, tough ball game tonight. Your guys rose up in the second half. Tell us about undefeated at this point in the season. What's that mean?
I mean, it means a lot, especially coming out and being a team this good without being able to play with Rivers. We got to get used to not playing with them in playoffs. So, I mean, it was surprising that we beat them handily today.
And you talk about Rivers not being in there. I thought it took a little bit to catch up.
I mean, yeah, but Dom filled up great. So did the bench. I mean,
Dom played outstanding defense.
I'm happy for everyone.
So 1,000-point score. I know that was one of your goals. I told him on the air. I remember when you were knee high to a grasshopper back in the Brandon days, running around, and how you get you were a little pest sometimes.
Yeah.
But I loved you.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Brandon days seeing Jimmy play baseball 109-year-old year. I mean, it was great.
So we get to this point. I know 1,000 points in basketball has been one of your goals for a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
when did you say, hey, I want to score 1,000 points?
Since I was a kid, once I came to one of my first Loyalsock games and I saw Antoine get it, I forget against who, but Antoine got it, and I'm like, man, I want to get up there one day.
and Antoine was flashy too. Hey, what I like is when you get inside and get down in the post. Tell me about when you get down in there, a little bump and grind.
I mean, I enjoy it, but some people just don't think it's my game. I like to shoot the three, and when I can do it all, then working the best.
Absolutely, it helps you adds points to that column, doesn't it?
Yes,
the right-hand side of the book. Paul, you got anything for Aiden?
Let's take a look at this ball here, Aiden. Tell me what this means to you here. Your dad signed it. Just great here. Look at this.
Dad, Jim Gare.
I mean, I forget the guy's name that did it for us, but I'm truly thankful for it. It's the thing that the last couple 1,000-point scorers have got, and I'm just glad I got one for myself.
Hey, you're missing 2 autographs on here, myself and Jim Webb.
I mean, if you guys want to sign it, go ahead.
Honestly, can we show this one? Here's the most important one. Petey. Anytime you get Petey's autograph, that's a good thing.
That's going to be, you're going to put that on eBay there with Petey's autograph. He didn't want to let you back on the court. Aiden, real quick about the game. Jim and I said the key to this game was Dylan Harris. I know you played against him many times. You guys held him to 7 points. He had 4 of them in the second half, only 3 at half. You guys really bumped him around, and I noticed the last time you played him, you're really physical with him. He's a smaller kid. He can really shoot. And like good shooters, they go in streaks. But when you put a little body on him, especially here in this atmosphere with the crowd yelling, the student section, I call them the black hole. They were all in black tonight yelling. You really put pressure on him, and I think that was the difference in the game.
Yeah, I mean, CI's been talking about the last couple of games. You can never have a bad day on defense, so we needed to get a defensive spark going, and I mean, we played pretty well today.
I was hoping to get your dad and mom up here. I don't know where they snuck off to, but you got to tell Jim and Danae congratulations, because I know all the time and effort they've put into your career, and this is a family thing when you get 1,000 points.
Yeah, it is. I mean, my dad been taking me to Hawaii, been taking me to travel tournaments. Both of my parents started off with the Riz when I was in a little 2nd grade. I mean, it's continued to now, so thankful for all of it.
Is it true that Riz really can teach defense?
Yeah, I mean, best defensive player ever.
Is that? Should we talk what he did, or shouldn't we bring it up?
Not today.
All right, we're going to talk about you and your 1,000 points, okay?
Yes, sir.
Go out, get a nice meal, enjoy yourself. Congratulations, my boy.
Will do. Thank you.
Paul, let's wrap it up from here.
All right, Davion's coming in here.
Here we go.
Nothing like live TV here.
A little day.
A little love from Davion there.
Yeah, all right, it's a final score here from Loyalsock. Loyalsock goes to 18-0. We'll have the game Tuesday night in Hughesville. Aiden Gare, class act, 1,000 points. Congratulations for Jim Webb. I'm Paul Bowe. Aiden Gare, good night, everybody. We'll see y'all Tuesday night. Hoopers Only TV, WebWeeklyLive.com.